Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to another Starcraft commentary. This is going to be ASL Season 14 R16 Group D Match 2 played between Mini and Hero on the map Vermeer. A little bit of a short and sweet game that we saw before this match between Royal and Action. Action, the seeded player, actually not the real seed, he's like a fake seed because the real seed was Rain, but Rain forfeited his spot and that leaves Action to fight out with the other players. I think it was like Rush and Royal maybe, and Action won that series. Oh, that girl's eyes are really beautiful. And so he is here today as the seeded player, but in a kind of a upsetting event, he lost to Royal, and that was kind of expected for me because Royal is definitely a very, very strong player. Okay, very cute scouting trick there from Mini. He went into the 3 o'clock base, and because he didn't see any overlords, he immediately go for the his opponent's base at the 7 o'clock position. This is sometimes I do this also on Fighting Spirit. Oh my god, 2 gate on a down ramp. This is a very kind of old, new but old kind of build. We see a lot of these builds in the old days. You know, they have kind of came out of fashion lately, but Mini's gonna employ them, and let's see how effective it is. Usually 2 gate beats 9 pool, because the Zerg player needs the kind of economy that is going to be so vital for him to defeat to go head on head against these amount of Zerglings, these amount of Zealots. I'm sorry, yeah, just having a single, well, I guess a single hatchery to support your Zergling production is not a good call here. Zealot are completely out of vision of the overlords here. This probe is gonna trick his opponent into running into the top right base of the map, the top right corner of the map, but no, those Zerglings are not full. Some of the Zerglings are going towards the bottom right, some of the Zerglings are going towards the top right, but now Hero's gonna be understanding what is the situation. The probe is still alive, man. One probe versus one probe and one Zealot versus 3 Zerglings is very strong. And now Hero is forced to make a sunken inside his base. This is probably a good call. And Mini's gonna try to do as much damage as possible before he kind of come out. Zergling speed is done now. Zergling speed was planted, by Hero. I guess at the beginning of the game he was preparing for a build that has Zergling speed, and that really helped him. So this Zealot is going to fall. The rest of the other Zealot are going to be falling as well. And Mini is going to be forced to make an expansion here. Oh my god, these Zerglings don't see those Zealot coming in. How the heck does Hero miss that? Hero's gonna be thinking, okay, I'm completely fine here. I'm gonna go for the counter attack. 4 Zealot against, I think, like 10 or 12 Zerglings here, all with speed. And some more are even coming out. And finally, the hatchery is done. It's gonna be time for Mini to move his Zealot out of the hiding now. He is not engaging in, with those Zealot. He's just gonna stay home, and that allows Hero to see them. I don't know if Hero sees those Zealot just yet, but now this is gonna be a very tense situation. 5 Zealots now with a lot of Zerglings with speed. Okay, now Hero is aware of those. Why do I just keep getting calls when I'm casting Starcraft games? I'm sorry about that. But anyways, looks like Hero is not allowed to mine this hatchery just yet. He's gonna have a little bit more chance when these Zerglings come home and clear out those Zealots. Who called me? Okay, I have to send a text message. Alright, maybe I should send the text message a bit later because there's a lot of action happening on screen. Okay, I'm back. So looks like Hero and Mini are, both of them are kind of in a stalemate now. Zerglings with speed, the huge group of Zerglings with speed are still alive, and these Zealots are trying to chase them. It's going to be very difficult here. But Mini has a lot of Zealot blocking also the ramp. and Hero is producing more Zerglings. So I don't know if this is gonna be just a Zergling run by or what, but I guess it's gonna be for defensive measure for the time being. The Zerglings are gonna try to surround the Zealot, but not enough Zed, and there's gonna be more Zergling coming from behind. And who's gonna surround who? Looks like some of them are trying to do some kind of a sandwich here, but it's gonna be Mini who regroup his Zealot together first. And these Zerglings here are kind of completely out of position. They're gonna try to go for the backstab. They have a single cannon in place. And Mini is not paying attention. Mini is gonna be, I guess he's paying attention. I guess we have some hidden Zealot that just pop out of those gateways. But anyways, the first attack is gonna be coming in here, and that Sunken is going to fall. The rest of the Zealot needs to spread out a little bit. They focus fire on this on the Zerling, but I think some of the Zealot need to focus fire on the Sunken as well. The Sunken falls. There are still more Zealots than their Zerlings, so it's gonna be Mini who wins this battle. The rest of his Zealot are going to be joining in the fray, so some of the forward Zealot are very weak. He needs to reshuffle the Zealot or try to get up on the high ground and do a little bit of a positioning there. But I guess for now, the battles is really close. Hero might be able to just survive here, but he's gonna be in serious trouble because he just wasted a lot of lava to build Zerglings, and he didn't trade correctly here. This final Zealot from Mini is gonna try to get in. It sees that there's no tech at all from his opponent. City of Adun is going up, so Mini is gonna be feeling just fine. He doesn't have any need to go for any kind of air build here. No Stargate is needed at this moment because his opponent doesn't have lair. But he's gonna be very careful to defend against this. This is a single cannon. I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. There's a Zealot, and there's a kind of a space there under the Zealot. Finally, the Zealot blocks that space just in time. Hero didn't see that weakness there for Mini. But anyways, yeah, so it looks like the games are going to go on for a little bit longer here. The Zealot are moving out just to bait the Zerglings a little bit, but both of the players are doing just fine. I think Mini is slightly ahead at this point. Still constant stream of Zerglings coming out of Hero. Hero's gonna finally take up to lair now. Just a single cannon remaining. Oh my god, that is really difficult to hold when you just have a single cannon remaining. These Zealots are gonna get completely surrounded here. Two Zealots fall already. And Mini doesn't really give up the pressure. He needs to go for +1 upgrade. He's upgrading +1 right now, and Zealot with speed is probably going to be done soon. But this, I don't know if Hero is going to go for Spire or for Hydralisk Dent. It looks like Spire might be the build that he wants to go for here. Just a single cannon, man. Mini is treading such a thin line here. Dark Templar is also on the move. More hatchery coming up. I think that is like the 7th hatchery. Let's count. So you have 2 hatchery in the main, 2 hatchery in the expansion, and 2 hatchery in so 6 hatcheries here. But the Spire is gonna be going up. So Mini's time is kind of numbered here. He needs to do some kind of attack before the Spire hits in, or maybe he's gonna be using Dark Templars to make Dark Archon and go for Maelstrom or something like that. Which could work, but for now he's gonna have a lot to fight against if he doesn't get this this attack finished. Looks like this single Zealot is gonna bait out the rest of the Zerlings while the other Zealots are moving in, but this SimCity is way too good. Zealot tried to come in, but the SimCity is way too good, and the probes are even being pulled here, so the Zealots are completely trapped here for Mini. He's gonna be turning around. Where are the Mutualists? That is gonna be my question. The SimCity, look at the SimCity from Hero, just excellent, man. The Zerg Spire is almost done here. What does Mini have inside his base? He has nothing. He's gonna turn his High Templars. I'm worried for Mini here. I don't think he's gonna be able to win this because Mutualists are gonna be popping out, and the defense from Hero, it's just way too good. Just Evolution Chambers blocking everything everywhere. A lot of Sunkens and Zerglings in place as well, and looks like Hero is going to be sending his Mutualist somewhere. 76 core is spinning for Mini, so that might be for Dragoon range, maybe? Yeah, it's gonna be for Dragoon range. These Mutualists are gonna be coming out any moment now, and where they're going to be attacking? They're going to be attacking the Zealot. Dragoons come back home, and as soon as the Mutualists pop, we see a cannon going down. I don't think Mini feels a little bit confident here. I don't know if he's going to be able to defeat these Mutualists or not. Just 3 Dragoons here against a lot of Mutualists, 5 Mutualists. they're gonna start to focus their attention on the Dragoons and go for the probe line now. Some of the cannons are not yet morphing. Dragoon range are also not done. So they're gonna be, you know, taking out a lot of probes, man. Look at how many probes are falling. That's just a ridiculous amount of probes that are falling here. And the mutualists go for this base as well. And are they going to be able to find some kind of opening here? We have a cannon in place already, so the mutualists get pushed back. Only one mutualist died in that process. However, the mutualist number is going to be 4 plus 3, so 7. But the game a little bit even out with that move from Hero. It was really, really nice. But Mini is doing just fine now. Wow, that was surprisingly well done by Mini. I thought he would die for sure when the Mutualist started to hit his base. But he got Dragoon range in place. Some Dragoons just timed correctly there. And the Storm was also able to save some of that. But looks like the Zerg backslap might be happening once again here. Do we have any kind of units coming out of that base? We have this High Templar. Let's see, just see the shadows of those Zerg units. We have a huge attack here. Dragoons and Zealot in front. We have some Zealot coming out to support. And who is gonna trade bases with who? This is crazy games here. We have the Hydrogen is blocking the pass really good, as well as with the drones as well. But Dragoons are getting really close in. And Mini is forced to pull off all of his probe. His Dragoons are all still alive here, and that's what he needs. We have I think the Sunkens focusing their fire on the High Templars, which is a good idea. High Templars are not casting any of the Storm just yet. And now they cast the Storm, killing out the rest of the Mutualists here. But Mini is going to be losing his expansion as well as 2 of his gateway. His gateway count is going to get reduced a lot. Look at that focus fire on the High Templars, because he knows, Hero knows that High Templar is the most dangerous thing in that entire army. Focus fire on the High Templar once again. Maybe I'll know that High Templar morphs into an Archon, and a lot of the Zerglings are falling. But now Mini needs to focus his attention on the hatchery. Maybe a constant movement of the Mutualists are doing a lot of work here. I think the Archon died. I think the Archon died as well. Zergling chasing away those units. And let's see here. Take out the hatchery. You need to destroy the hatchery, man. The hatchery is not yet fallen. And now the hatchery is going to be falling for good for sure. What is going to be the response from Hero? Is going to go for the counter attack. Looks like Mini has accomplished the goal. He's going to be going for a Dark Templar counter attack here. Do we have a lot of Overlords? Yeah, we have a lot of Overlord in place. Mini is down to just a single base. He's going to try to get up the ramp, but just way too many units. Dark Templar going out here. Do we have an Overlord? Yes, we do. So there's no way for Mini to bust those bases. He's going to have to retake this expansion. Yeah, he's going to be fine to retake the expansion. He's got some Dark Templar out on the map as well as some Dragoons, but a lot of Mutas are here. He has a single Archon that could do some work, but the Muta Micro is just really good here, and the Archon is just getting caught in the crossfire. Mini's gonna have to retreat his units now. Supply is in favor of Mini. Dragoons, coming out here just to make sure that he cannot go for the any kind of. Oh my God! Okay, we have some Dark Templar going for Maelstrom at some point. And that Dark Templar was destroyed, so it might be better just to cancel Maelstrom here. Completely wasted. Also, both of the players, after trading bases, they're gonna go and establish the new base. This game is gonna go on for a little bit while, but Hero has the better of that exchange. Look at the supply situation. Hero is up by about 15 supply. He's got Mutualist dominance, complete air dominance here. His Hydroden was destroyed, so he needs to rebuild it. Whereas Midi didn't lose any kind of serious tech. He just lost, his forward gateway. That's all. Mutualists try to come in here for some kind of harassments. They see nothing. But yeah, looks like a frontal attack once again. A lot of Zerglings are going to be baiting out these units here. But we have an Archon. Archon's going to be very careful, because losing that Archon is going to be the end of this group of attack here. Focus fire on the Archon. Very good for Mini to pull the Archons back. He's going to be placing some cannons also to support his expansion here. He needs some High Templars work as well. This Dark Templar is going to get on the high ground. He is not paying attention. He's going to be hiding in the corner. Yeah. There's no place for that Dark Templars to go for. Mini is going to be resaturating his new base now. This game is getting a little bit much longer than it should. Just taking out... Did he even take out any kind of drones there? I'm not so sure. But the drone count is really crazy. Hero could take another base now. He's going to be fine. he's okay to take another base. Archon being morphed here, staying very close in the back, just to really pull those mutualists in. Bait them in. This forward gateway is actually more of a thorn in the eye than helping Mini to do anything. It's gonna be better to destroy it. But does he have Observer? That's the question, because this entire game the Hydrogen was destroyed, so there was no chance for Hero to research or to go for a lurker. But now he's gonna be fine to just make lurkers, and that's gonna be just the the nail in the coffin to really close out the game here. But I don't know if he's gonna have enough time. Okay, that's very good call here. Attacking. That Archon is not really attacking, man. Archon needs to focus his fire on those mutualists. Anyways, the mutualists come in here for some kind of harassment chances here. The last of the cannon is going to be falling, but the mutualist number is also thinning out. The probe needs to get transferred here. 7 mutualists remaining. That's still a lot of mutualists, man. And we have lurkers being morphed here, and we don't see the robo at all from Mini. Mini sees the problem now. Lurkers just, start to lay down, and then these are going to be chased out, and lurkers start to move forward as well. Mutualists come back, and do we have some kind of maelstrom here? No, we don't. And the probe are going to get massacred here. Oh my god, Mini is in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have a robo. He doesn't have anything. Just a lot of lurkers, and Hero I think is going to take this first game. The only way for Mini to win is if he went for just really preemptive attack here, just to make sure the lurkers cannot approach his base. He doesn't even have high tempers. Actually, he has 2 high tempers, which can attack the lurkers when they land. He's gonna fight lurkers without. Observer. That's like, we have never seen this. How a Protoss player is able to fight lurkers without Observer. That is gonna be the first in the history of Starcraft. And if he wins Mini, that's gonna be really something. But he's gonna have a lot of work cut out for him. Hero has the entire map covered. This mutualist might try to come in here for more harassment, but we already have a Archon in place. Got enough energy for some kind of maelstrom work. Okay, finally the robo goes up now. That's the latest robo I've ever seen. The 18-minute mark, and finally we have the robo here. This mutualist is gonna be just waiting for the Protoss unit to kind of leave his base here. And finally they start to move in. The Archon is out of position. The Archon should have been here from before. These probes are getting pushed out. Archon trying to corner these mutualists, but not good. And the Archon is not doing anything of use here, man. The Archon mutualists tried to come inside the main here, but some cannons are in place. So Mini was not able to get anything done. He's gonna have a chance to go and snipe that new hatchery. If Mini can snipe the hatchery at the 9 o'clock position, he's gonna be a little bit more fined here. Okay, looks like a single Maelstrom is able to take out 2 mutualists, just 3 or 4 remaining here. A new base of the Protons player is at the 3 o'clock position. Mutualists try to come in once again. But why doesn't Hero go for the killing blow? He's got so much ground units. Just go for the killing blow. Yeah, look at how many units he has. I think he's waiting, just making sure that he's got the maximum potential for his army before he moves out. Because now the threat of the air has been nullified. Zerling's on hold position at +2 weapons and +2 armors and +2 weapons on the Protoss army. That's very strong. I think the Observer is going to be coming out now. We have the first major engagement of the game here. The mutualists are no longer in the equation. It is going to be just Zerlings and lurkers here, and we have okay, now looks like the position of the mutualists, of the lurkers have been spotted. They're going to be on this high ridge. And where's the Observer? Looks like Mini is treading a very thin line here. 140 supply for Hero versus 92 for Mini. Mini is just very close to dying, but he is, for some reason unknown to me, still in this game. And Hero is allowing him to live. I think the mutualists are just parked between the 3 o'clock base and the 2 o'clock base, ready to strike, once the probes get transferred to that new base. And now we have the Sauron Zerg style coming up, just Zerg units coming from everywhere here. But we have some storms getting ready, and the Observers is also ready. Finally, the Zerg units start to come out, and we have some storms. Those storms are quite good. Some Zerg units come from the back, and Mini is not storming. He is gonna be storming now. The storm is really late. He needs to cast more storm. His reaction is way too slow. He's gonna cast some storms and take out some of the mutualists, so that is gonna be good. The lurkers are really weak, man. Just go for some storm on those lurkers. He doesn't have observer. He doesn't freaking have observer. Okay, the observer take out 3 lurkers, but his new base is gonna be completely destroyed here. We even have some mutualists coming back in the action here, but some storm is gonna be get casted. These units have no storm. Focus fire on the High Templar is really not he needs here. Probes are not getting transferred either to this new base. And the mutualists are still surviving here. We have, you know, the lurkers just cornering this base, so there's gonna be no probe transfer, at least not by ground anyway. Mini is gonna be losing very soon here. We have an observer in place. He needs to cast a storm somewhere. This choke is way too small for the Zerg unit to get in, but it's also way too small for the Protoss unit to get out. The observer is gonna get destroyed. Do we have another observer in place? No, we don't. Counter attack on this side. And Mini GG. Hero played really well there, guys. Thanks for watching, and let's move on to the next game. Bye bye.